It's easy to keep a Mac looking clean if you never use it. But if you're using it all day for work, things can get messy pretty fast. Between writing scripts, researching for videos, and just regular everyday browsing, my Mac handles a lot of data. And for me, an organized Mac is the only way to stay productive. So today, I'm giving you a tour of my actual setup. I'll show you how I structure my files, the specific apps I use to save time, and the habits that keep my system completely clutter-free without making it painful to maintain. Let's start with what you see right when you log in, the desktop. Right now, my desktop is super clean because I recently resetted my Mac, but I'm human, and when things get busy, it does get cluttered with loose files. When that happens, I rely heavily on the built-in stacks feature to instantly group everything by file type so it stays clean and organized. Down at the bottom, my dock setup is strictly reserved for the absolute essentials. If an app isn't something I open all the time, it gets removed. I also can't stand when the dock shows your recently opened apps at the end, so I completely disable that feature in my settings to keep it tidy. Now, even though I keep a clean dock, I rarely use it to open apps. My absolute favorite way to launch things is using an app called Alfred, but the native Spotlight is a very close second. Instead of hunting for an icon, I just hit Command Space, type the first couple of letters of the app, and hit Enter. It's so much faster and convenient, and besides the essential apps, the only item I permanently keep in my dock is my Downloads folder for quick dragging and dropping. Moving up to the top of the screen, my menu bar follows the exact same rule, essentials only. If an app tries to put an icon up there that I don't use, I intentionally remove or hide it. So currently, the tools that stay visible all the time are Paste for managing my clipboard, CleanMyMac for quick system readouts, Amphetamine to keep my system from sleeping, and because I use an external monitor with my MacBook, I love having the native sound control pinned up there so I can easily switch between my laptop speakers and my external speakers with 2 clicks. I also keep the Wi-Fi and battery icons, the search button and the date and time, and the keyboard switcher, which lets me bounce back and forth between Brazilian Portuguese and English international options. If you want to clean up your own menu bar and customize exactly what shows up, you just need to head into System Settings and go to the menu bar section where you can toggle all of these on or off. When it comes to actual file structure, I'm a firm believer in folders, but I take a slightly unique approach to keep my Mac light. I actually run a home server using a Synology drive, and then the rule is simple. Everything important or project related lives on the Synology network storage, and anything that is currently temporary or active stays on my Mac's desktop. That is also organized into folders or managed by stacks in my desktop, and this keeps my Mac from getting weighed down and ensures I can access my important data from anywhere. I've also built a specific habit to navigate my files instantly and to make sure everything stays organized, which is adding the date to the very beginning of my folder names or files, especially for video projects and photo libraries. So instead of letting Finder sort by creation date, which can get messed up when you move files, I manually type the date as the 4-digit year, a dash, the 2-digit month, a dash, and the day. So February 1st, 2026, for example, looks like 2026-02-01, followed by the project name. Inside my main photo folder, every single camera dump gets its own dated folder. It might feel like a waste of time up front, but tracking down an old project years from now takes 5 seconds instead of 5 hours. And because I never save anything outside of this strict structure, I can find any file on my Mac almost instantly. Because of that workflow, my storage habits are pretty straightforward. The second a project is wrapped up, all associated files stay strictly on the Synology drive, meaning they never sit around taking up local space on my Mac. The one area where this system breaks down is the Downloads folder. Honestly, it's the messiest place on my computer, and I usually just let things pile up there without worrying about it daily. However, to keep it from completely spinning out of control, I use a dedicated tool to sweep through it and clear out the heavy items that you don't need anymore. I'll talk about it in a second. For my actual cloud and syncing workflow, the rule to avoid confusion or local clutter is simple. The second a finished file gets transferred over to the home server, the local copy is completely wiped from my Mac. So a project never lives on both places at the same time. The only things that stay strictly local to my internal drive are those active desktop folders and whatever is passing through my downloads folder. However, when it comes to the cloud, I rely heavily on Google Docs to write all of my video scripts. I feel like it's by far the easiest way to keep all my writing organized in one place, and it allows me to quickly share drafts with my partners for script approvals. For these documents, I use the exact same naming structure as my local files, meaning I always start my script names with the chronological date because it keeps the production line uniform and completely eliminates confusion. Now, to keep my Mac running as fast and fresh as the day I bought it, I don't just rely on manual sorting. My go-to tool for everyday maintenance is CleanMyMac. So instead of spending hours hunting through hidden folders for old background files or system junk, I just let the software handle it for me. I make it a point to run it at least once a month to keep the system lean and make sure that messy downloads folder doesn't get out of hand. Like I said, I don't pay attention to my downloads folder. So if you want to give your own Mac a fresh start and keep it running like new, I've put a link in the description so you can start a free trial of CleanMyMac. At the end of the day, my entire setup is optimized for two things: organization and easy access. By combining physical network storage with a few file naming habits and automated cleanup tools, I get a system that works with me instead of against me. So if you take away just one habit from this video, let it be moving your finished data off your local drive or using a consistent dating structure. It takes a little bit of discipline, but it keeps your workspace clean and usable for the long haul. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Mac tips. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.